All right. This Decora is working fine now. I said the scarf spacing was wrong, so I got that adjusted. Top seems to be okay. This has a cam stack. The zigzag does have a plastic gear on it underneath, but the way that these cams work is they have the zigzag gear cam, and then they've got the secondary cam stack, and it just adjusts the amount of the zigzag getting put in. So this machine has a built-in buttonhole around the reverse, stitch dial here for the length. The width control goes from 0 to 5 for the zigzag, and then F is fashion, F for fashion cams, so you then can select any of the fashion stitches, and then move the cam back to, or move this back to 0 to get the full effect of the cam. And there's a coded 3 selections, red, blue, and green, and that is this dial here, blue, green, red. So this is a need to do ourselves a fine stitch to get the fashion. So it does that ramp, point, ramp again. We could switch it to the last is a blind hem that can be facing left or right. Oh, and I didn't grab my tail. And there's the little blind hem that it does. So, very interesting machine, kind of cool. Guess I should check that buttonhole out. So let's step 1 of the buttonhole. I honestly don't. Okay. Alright, so it is one of those. So you gotta set your buttonhole, your zigzag on 2, and then start your buttonhole, and it goes forward, and then you can flip it to your end, and then do the other side, flip it back to the end, and then back to normal operation. Bobbin winding on the Decora. Just 2 spool pins on the back, you can use either one. 2 thread guides, 1, 2, and then the tension button on the bottom of the machine. and the winder is here. It's a push button, and there's a clutch nut in the end of the wheel. So you loosen the clutch nut, thread around, put the bobbin winder on, and wind your bobbin. Threading the Decora 950B. There's a pair of spool pins on the back. Thread comes off the spool pin through two guides here on top. It goes out around the tensioner, back up under the take-up spring, under this hook, and then up through this guide into the take-up arm, and then through this guide. There's a guide inside the door, a guide on the needle bar clamp, and the machine threads from left to right. This is a side load class 15 bobbin, so load the bobbin so that it unspools clockwise, goes into the case, and then the case is snapped in place on the side.